Hello, Dr. Casella here, and in this video we'll be talking about composition. Composition is when you call one function from within another function. So in order to illustrate this concept, I'll be using the two functions we've created earlier in this chapter. The circle area function and the distance function. And the way I'm going to use them is, if you think about it, let's suppose we had 2 points. The first point was the center of a circle. The second point was any point on the circle. Well, if I have the center of the circle and any point on the circle, then the distance between those 2 points is the radius of the circle. So if I have the radius of a circle, I can calculate the area of the circle from pi times the radius squared. So my distance function, so if I put those 2 points into my distance function, I would get the radius of this circle. And then if I then put what's returned, which is the hypotenuse of this triangle, okay, that hypotenuse ends up being the radius of this circle. So if I take that returned value and put it into my circle area function, then it will print out the area of this circle defined by these 2 points, where the first point could be the center of the circle. One point has to be the center of the circle, and the other point has to be any point on the circle itself. So let's try this. Okay, so, and again, we'll use the points 1, 2 and 4, 6. All right, so we should get pi times the radius squared, the radius for the area. The radius squared, the radius is 5, so radius squared is 25, and so it's going to be pi times 25. So pi is 3.14. 3 times 25 is 75. So we expect to see a number a little bigger than 75. Okay, let's see what we get here. All right, so now I'm going to call, so I want to calculate distance. So I can calculate, I can use the distance function, d equals distance, and I could put in my coordinates, 1, 2, 4, 6. Now I could put any coordinate. Once I've created this function, that's the beauty of this function. I can put any coordinates I want into this function, and it'll calculate the distance for me. But I'm using this because I know what the answer is going to be. All right, so I'll call distance will return into the variable named d. This is what we've already done before. And then I can call area. I'll call the circle area A. Okay, and I'll say A will be equal to circle area of D. Okay, and then I will do a print A. Okay, so D took those two coordinates. I took these 2 coordinates, I put them in the distance function. The distance function returns that length. I take that length, which I'm calling d, and I feed it into the circle area function. The circle area function takes that radius and calculates the area of a circle and returns the area of the circle. And then when I print it out, I'll get A. Which I'm telling it to print A, which will then be the area of the circle. All right, let's see if this works. All right, but I'm not calling one function within a function at this stage. What I'm doing here is I'm simply running the functions independently and putting the variables in. But let's see what we get. All right, so we'll do a file, save, run module. Okay, and we get a number a little bigger than 75 like we expected. All right, so that looks right. Now what we'll do is we will call a function within a function. So I'll take the print function, and I'm going to want to print what's returned from the circle area function. All right, and I better spell it right. Circle area. All right, so that's a circle. I'm printing what gets returned from the circle area function. But the circle area function, I'm going to want to feed it what is returned from the distance function. So inside the print function, I'm putting the circle area function, and inside the circle area function, I'm going to put in the distance function. Okay, and now from the distance function, I'll put in our coordinates 1, 2, 4, 6. All right, so that's getting fed into the distance function. What's returned from the distance function is getting fed into the circle area function, and what gets returned from the circle area function is getting fed into the print function, which will then print the result. All right, let's save this and see what we get. So this whole process of function within a function, that's called composition. So let's run it. Run module. And there it is, printed the exact same thing. So I can do it this way and print it where I do it one step at a time, or I can call a function within a function like I've done down here, and it does the same thing. All right, that's all for now. Bye.